Today, Ashley and I are interviewing for the same job. We're interviewing with a guy named Chris Greta, who's an industry ad expert.
And we've never met him before. We don't know what questions he's going to ask us. And to be honest, I'm kind of nervous anyway. Are you?
I'm nervous. I know it's not a real interview, but...
I hope he doesn't ask us anything too difficult.
So basically what's going to happen is he's going to ask us questions, and then he's going to give us feedback on what we did well and what we did not so well. So hopefully you'll be able to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's see how we do.
So we're looking for an account executive. You've got some experience. Most of your experience looks like it's been B2C. We do a lot of B2B work. We have some B2C clients, but mostly it's B2B. So do you think that'll be a tough transition for you?
I think it's definitely something I would focus on during a ramp-up period to kind of highlight those differences. Though I do think managing a client, there are some skill sets that really don't change. Listening to your client, making sure that every single thing they've asked for is addressed before we move to the next step.
We've done a ton of research on our clients and on their buyer personas. I mean, who's buying their products. Yeah. Would you be able to go in and, if I give you a list of their competitors, go in and take a look at what their competitors are doing and put together a list of how you think they can do better?
Yeah, definitely. I think even working with a B2C company, we would do a lot of research as well. So we'd be following our clients on social media, sign up to their email list so we can keep track of what they're doing, what's working for them. So I think in that way there would be a lot of similarity when it comes to like research and figuring out what their competitors are doing, what they should be doing, what's on trend.
So have you done a lot of research for your clients in the past?
Not a lot of research on buyer personas and the competition, but I really like where you're coming from with making a different noise. Something that I've noticed just in general, everyone wants something that's really going to wow, but wow means something very different for every client.
You seem to me like you're fairly well organized. Where would you put yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 with organizational skills?
Probably at maybe 7 or 8. I don't want to be too confident, but I would say, yeah, that I'm pretty organized. I think definitely covering the role of marketing executive in my previous job definitely helped me be more organized and open my eyes to the level of organization that is involved in that role. And I think definitely being an account manager and having a background in design would help.
Do you have the chops to be able to get in there and look a client in the eye and fight with them?
Yeah, I do. I would say that is one of my strengths, in that once I'm convinced of an idea, I'm not just going to fight for the idea because your agency says it's a good idea. If I am bought in, I'm bought in. And very much like you just said, unless they can convince me, I'm going to fight as hard as I possibly can because I want the end product to be the best that it can be. And not only will I fight hard, but again, I would want to incorporate that listening, because say you have this one incredible idea and they're coming with idea B, and maybe there's a small piece or a big piece from idea B that we can combine with original idea, and then that idea C is just killer. So that's what I would hope to bring to the table in that situation.
Selling an idea is the toughest thing in the world to sell. So, have you been in situations where you've really had to fight and just be very upfront in dealing with confrontational clients?
Yeah, definitely. Probably not so much clients, more like managers and things like that would have quite strong opinions. But I think, yeah.
How are you going to beat me up?
I think as long as you have like your research done, that you're confident in what you're doing, that you're someone that they trust that can carry out a project, that you're not just kind of coming up with these crazy ideas that aren't achievable. So I think for me, I would have a lot of research done, have my paperwork with me, have figured out how I'm going to pitch it to them, and then be ready to answer any concerns that they would have about it as well, and just show them that confidence that my idea will work.
What do you think is your biggest strength?
Well, at the risk of being repetitive, I called out that one of my strengths is that I fight and I don't give up. But when I say that, I really mean it. I am passionate, maybe to a fault sometimes. I will always give every project 100%. And I'm proud to say that I have been told others, it's kind of contagious. Others also do that because they want to achieve a really great product, and that's just core to me. I won't take on a project, I'll be honest, and hone the project until it's a great project that I'm willing to give 100% to, because that's work that's worth it to me.
What's your biggest weakness?
Would probably be delegating tasks. I find it hard to delegate tasks at times. I feel like when I take on a project and I'm passionate about it, I want to do the whole thing myself. I find it hard to not even trust people to do it, but just that it mightn't be to my standards.
Listen, this is great. I appreciate it. We're going to set another appointment. You'll come back and talk with us.
For sure, I'd love to.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks a million.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You know, Chandler was great. She was very positive. You know, I put her on the spot with some tough questions, and you know, she just jumped right into it. And I did that on purpose, just to see if I could fluster her and see if I could get her in a situation where she'd just kind of lose control of something, because you know, that's what this is going to be. This position is going to be having to control difficult people in difficult situations. And I thought you did a good job. You know, I could tell she was a little nervous, and you know, she kind of tried a little too far to make the point sometimes. And sometimes you kind of need to self-edit, because you're going to lose your audience. You know, and I know I do that too, but that's a tough thing. It's just to know when to stop talking. She was really good. You know, she wasn't working. It was just, she was very natural and very, very open and very honest. And you know, she wasn't trying to make an impression. She just said what came to her mind. And you know, I got the impression from her that she'd be very well prepared at whatever she did. That she would do her homework ahead of time, and you know, she would understand what she was doing. You know, and she talked about that several times without me really kind of dig for it. I mean, she basically said that she does the homework, and she wants to walk in prepared. So I thought that was really good. Well, she had a hard time looking me right in the eye, you know, and because the position she's going to be in, really she's going to have to control clients. You know, a big chunk of being in a creative agency is you can't let the clients control everything. So you have to take a very positive step on that and control every situation as possible. Otherwise, if the client's totally in control, then you become a vendor and you have no value. So I would want her to be more kind of forceful in her presence and look clients right in the eye and make sure that she maintains that contact. So I'm going to offer the job. Little pregnant pause here. Actually, you know what? I made a decision on 2 jobs. So Ashling, I'm going to offer you the account manager job, because there was something that came out here that was nowhere in the questions, and it was kind of, I was not asking a question directly on this. I just wanted to see if you would get there. And a big chunk of this as account manager is being really prepared when you go in and see a client. You know, and it's understanding their world as well as they do. And unless you've really taken the time to understand their world, you know, they're not going to believe that you do. And you need to be able to go in with facts and figures, and you know, to know that that's what you have to do that preparation. And you made a point of going there without me asking that, and that was good. And that made me believe that, you know, I don't have to worry about you preparing for something. You're going to look ahead 20 steps down and know what you're going to have to bring to the meeting. And Chandler, I'm going to offer you a sales position, because.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Well, no, because you were really good. You know, I got a feeling I could throw you into a trade show, and you would be able to go search out the people that could be a good client for us, and be able to tell our story, and not be intimidated by, you know, by situations that seem unnatural, uncomfortable to you. That you would just jump right in, and be fearless about this. And for sales, you need that fearlessness, but for account management, you need to go in and really be very methodical and take those steps ahead of time, because otherwise you're going to get thrown off the cliff all the time.
Well, awesome. That was great. I know I learned a lot. Actually,
Yes.
pretty good experience.
Yes.
Scary, but
Very
good.
scary, yeah.
Chris, thank you so much. And
My pleasure.
Where can we find out more about you?
You can find me at chrisgreta.com or at the 24-hour brand on both places.
Perfect. Well, definitely check that out. Give us a like, subscribe, and comment below if you've got any ideas on how you can tackle a tough interview. And you can find us next time here in the Bizzy Lab.